Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Fernandez! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Fernandez clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. Messi plays it short. Backward it goes.
Shot a goal!
He's keen, determined to have his say.
Argentina really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Gonzalez. Nice control. That pass surprised everyone and not in a good way. Hernandez. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, I think it's hard to ignore this guy, Mike Maignan, Peter.
And Messi!
Dembele. Koundé for Olise, and he's had it nicked away. McAllister. De Paul. Showing good feet. Messi.
Can he finish?
And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Corner number 2 then. Messi with the short one.
And he shoots! Oh, he's hit the bar!
And that should get the job done. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Rabiot. Argentina are applying all the early pressure.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them.
Gonzalez. Argentina can break now. Chouameni. Rabiot. Played out to the left flank. That's Doué. De Paul. De Paul ventures forward. Threads one in. Now it's Mbappe. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Olise. Stood up well to him there. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Argentina have definitely started much the stronger. They're far more creative.
Molina. He's in a great position here. Oh, he's having a go! They want to be quick to recover this. This looks promising.
Fernandez! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Fernandez actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Now it's Mbappe. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Saliba.
France really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that means they play the game the right way.
Yeah, but of course, it's decisive passes that's going to matter in the longer term. There's no good in holding on to the ball just for the sake of it.
And a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Argentina have their third corner. They've played it short, and it's made its way to him. Great chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's managed to get rid. Looking for the run. Good ball, good take. And the finish! Now, who's going to be first to this? Dembele is there to clear. Deftly out wide. It's just beyond his reach. Great defending, strong and determined. Hernandez. And it's Doué. Just eases him off the ball.
Great feat, that.
Molina. He's found a way. Big chance! Again, a brilliant save.
Molina really must be thinking what more he could have done there. It's another inspired save.
Corner number 4 coming up here. And it's been taken short. Opts to play it back. Goes for a shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Doué was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Now it's Mbappe. Romero wins the duel this time. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And it's Fernandez. Messi.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. That's just playing it safe and simple.
He's had it taken off him. And this is Messi. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. France couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Dembele. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Now Saliba. Upamecano. And it's Koundé. Elise. Otamendi did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Now it's Messi. Distributed tidily. De Paul. And it's McAllister. He's had a shot! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time. They're up to 5 corners now. Messi goes short. No way through, so back it... Oh, shooting chance! Now he wants to get in on the act here. Rabiot. Now Saliba. Upamecano. And it's Koundé. Messi. And he's there to belt it away. Now it's Mbappe. Well, that looks a cracking ball. Oh, that's fabulous. Real chance! The captain delivers!
Well, I can tell you, that'll definitely liven up the half-time team talk. Scoring first is always a plus, but scoring at that level of quality will surely lift every member of that team now.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
France are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Dembele. Olise.
That was lovely, that.
And he's managed to get free. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And it's Rodrigo de Paul. De Paul. Very nicely done. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Argentina unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. Back on the way then.
Argentina really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Fernandes. It's a pretty loose pass. And here's Mbappe. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, didn't catch it right. Gonzalez. Now it's Fernandes. There's the shot! And it's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And here's Dembele. Hernandez. Goes down, but nothing given. Gonzalez makes a dash for it. Can he get it through? Nice bit of trickery. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Tagliafico. Now this could be a chance. Tries to pass it through. Chance, surely! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
And it's Doué.
That's good play from him.
He has found the way through. Tries to play it through. Hernandez has it out wide and in space. And that was nowhere near his best.
Mission 1 has been accomplished, so why not continue with the same approach?
Now it's Messi, over to the right flank. That is lovely. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Mbappe. Pinches it off him. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Now it's Mbappe. Knocks it into space. Oh, no joy this time. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Argentina clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now it's Olise.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Cambio en Francia. Número 20.
France can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Messi receives it in a good position here. Dembele. Now it's Mbappe. Foot in. Fernandez. Oh, sweet.
He's having a hit!
It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Mignon herring after the ball. Oh, he's been caught napping. He's on it. Can he get away?
Takes a shot!
He's a sharp little ball here. Nicely worked. Olise is onto this.
Pretty robust defending.
Cambio en Argentina. Número 10. Messi. Número 22. Número
Once more, he
15.
proves rigid
Número
and robust.
7. Entran.
And
Número
here's
9.
Dembele.
Número 17.
Tagliafico gets
Número
over and
8.
intercepts.
Número 4.
Argentina are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, nice touch.
And the shot! Goal! Argentina! And the game is well and truly turned on its
Gol
head.
de Argentina. Convertido en el minuto 74.
And that was as
Número
close to
17.
certain as can be.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Cambio en Francia. Número 11.
So a bit of a revolving door here.
Número 25.
Lots and lots of changes.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or...
Chance!
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And it's Fernandez. Out towards the flank. That's tidy. Has to go back here. Knocks it out wide. Akliouche absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
That is good alertness. Dembele, spread it left. Fernandez. Spread out to the left. Barco.
Tries a shot! It's a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Gol de Argentina. Convertido en el minuto 82. Número 24. Cambio en Francia. Número 7. Lo
France
reemplazará
have opted
número
to make another
24.
change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Saliba. And Cherki. Now it's Mbappe. 5 minutes left on the clock. And he skips past his man. Tries one from range. Oh, he doesn't look too happy with that.
Fernandez just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Mbappe. Tagliafico. Oh, such a clever touch. Koundé did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Simeone. Cherki. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Romero proves too strong. That's a good ball out wide. Simeone. The pass has gone astray. That's good running with the ball. Gets a good foot in there. And there goes the final whistle. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Fernandez picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, I have to say I'm thoroughly impressed with what we've just witnessed. As soon as they got their goal, you felt they were always going to go on and find a winner, and they did just that.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.